Hey family, Joseph here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you deeply. Today's video, I wanted to share some motivation. Did you know that 70% of people that have a New Year's resolution end up quitting it within the first month? We do not do what we would like to do. Liking to do something is a very weak prayer. We do things when we have to do it. There's a great motivational speaker called E.T. If you don't know who he is, check him out. He is inspiring, he is passionate, and he's an incredible human being. He shares a story. There's this kid that goes to a mentor and says, I want to be successful like you, I want to be rich like you are. Mentor thinks about it, goes, okay, show up tomorrow, 4 a.m. Kids goes, okay, I'll catch you there. They're meeting up by the beach. His mentor's there and he's, swimming in the water. He goes, come on in the water. Kid's thinking to himself, man, this is so strange. I don't understand why it is I'm going in the water. I want to know how to make money. Kid starts walking a little bit, goes to his knee deep. It's like, okay, I'm in the water. He goes, no, come in a little bit deeper. Kid's now at his waist. He's a little cold. He's like, what are we doing out here? I want to make money. Why are we doing this? His teacher goes, come on out. Come on, let's keep going. Now he's up to his shoulders. He's like, man, this is nuts. I want to make money. You told me to come out here. What are you doing? He goes, come on, you're almost there. Kid goes out a little bit further, out to the ocean. And he's sitting there like this, and in the water, barely above the water. And his teacher pushes him under and holds him, and the kid's struggling, finally comes up for air. And he's gasping. He goes, why the hell did you just do that to me? The teacher goes, when you want to be successful as bad as you wanted to breathe, you'll make it. Powerful. That is really what it is that I want to share, is that I always wanted to be successful. I wanted to be a great speaker. I wanted to have a lot of friends. I wanted to date, have the beautiful wife. But I didn't want to put in the action it took to get there. I wanted to be the people that were successful and did all these things, but I didn't want to do what they did to get to where they're at. It was easier for me to justify and lie, much like I did at church. I saw a couple of bad fruits, and I went, that whole entire batch is terrible. Everyone at church is this and that. It's not true. In fact, there's a lot to offer at church. There's a lot of beauty that happens there, a lot of miracles, people's lives being changed and benefited. The problem was my view and outlook on life. And I want to suggest that is yours as well if you're wanting to achieve your dreams. Let me start out at the age of 15. I started getting into heavy drinking. I was drinking about 10 shots of Bacardi 151. I was always getting in trouble, getting in fist fights with my mom's boyfriend. Cops were getting called pretty regularly. I was assaulting my brother. I was missing school. I had no passion at that time. I was in a consistent state of fear, depression, and anxiety. That was my life. That's what I experienced every day. I was way more afraid of living than I was of dying. In fact, death was welcomed. I would have loved to die at that time, because it would all be over, at least I thought that at that time. Fast forward, I ended up getting into weed. Told myself I'll never do hard drugs. Everyone at my age is doing these things. 18, I started getting into pills. And I'm not taking these pills. I'm snorting them. Snorting pills before you know it. I'm into heroin. And I'm doing heroin off of a little square of tin foil, aluminum foil. Next, I'm doing coke and meth. My life is spinning out of control. I thought I was going to die. My heart on a regular basis would be going boop, 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 That was my heart on a regular basis. I thought I was going to die often. Overdose several times. Again, I welcome the thought. Life is just too difficult for me to handle. Thank God I had consequences. I got a DWI. I got a domestic violence charge. I got evicted from my apartment. I lost all my friends. Lost my job. I was at rock bottom. And you know the beautiful thing about rock bottom is when you're there, it makes a beautiful foundation for you to start building back up. And that's exactly what I did. I went from being broke, from hating who I was, to being spiritually bankrupt, to not having any friends or family that really wanted to be a part of my life, to thinking that my life was hopeless and useless and that I was a waste of space. I decided that I was no longer going to live that way. I asked this divine thing to please help me. I didn't know what life I wanted. I knew I didn't want the life that I had. And to me, I want to present to you, I think that that is where the change happens. When I am so sick and tired of living the life that I'm living, that's when this fire inside of me awakes. That's when I change and I become more and I do more. That's when my life got better. I now have the most money I've ever had. I now love myself and care about myself. I'm now grateful for the life that I have. I am now peace most of my day and love who I am. My life has changed drastically. You too can do these things. I don't have anything unique in me that you don't. You are capable, you are powerful, you are directly connected with this divine thing. I don't mean like it's your parent in a metaphorical sense. Our essence is this divine thing. The energy that created all this world is within you. It is not separate from you. You have the ability to create anything that you want to create. It starts with powerful thoughts about yourself, though. That you can do this, you can do that. And at first you're going to feel like you're lying to yourself. You're going to say, I am lying to myself. This is bullshit, Joseph. Well, so is telling yourself that you're not worth anything. So is telling yourself that you're a failure, or you're not abundant, or that you're not capable, or that you were left here to defend for yourself. Those are all lies too. But you believe them. You act out of them. All I'm telling you to do is see the opposite. See that life is for you. See that everything that's happened to you in your life was needed to help build your character and to get you to where you want to be. Start thinking of thoughts of faith, of knowing that you are blessed and abundant. The funny thing is once you start feeling like you're abundant before you actually are abundant, that's when you start attracting money into your life. Once you start believing that you're successful and you have a whole bunch of opportunities and you have a whole bunch of friends, that's when you attract those things into your life. You first have to have it before you have it externally. Everything that we see is simply a manifestation of thought. My reality can change at any given time. Nothing changes really out here though. It's in here it changes, in here it changes, and then my life changes. Our life is not lived out here, it's lived in here. That's the funny thing. That's why most people do not get it. It's because we are basing our life off of something we don't see, something we don't know that exists. All we can do is just have faith and believe. You're capable just like I am. You are enough. I love you very much. Thank you as always for joining me. Namaste. Hope you have a good rest of your evening.